Hey everyone, Sherry and Faith here. We're just going to do a quick video on our big three. We are we're in the middle of winter up here in the north, so we decided not to set up our tent outside. But this is actually the first time we've had our sleeping pads and our sleeping bag in the tent. So we love how it fits. We're used to Faith and I when we hike. Yeah, we're like pretty much right on top of each other. We have our tent that we used was a nature hike. It was just a 1.5 person tent. And we would get in it. We would have yeah, and we even we always have slept with our backpacks inside our tent. I don't like leaving them outside. So and we always manage. We're comfy, cozy, and warm, and but so this is kind of luxury for us. I'll show you around the tent a little bit. Our tent is the Copper Spur UL3. And I'll share links, and at the end of the video too, I can put up a couple of pictures that show some of the different features of this tent. It was so hard. There's so many good tents out there. There's so many lightweight tents. There's all kinds of 2 and 3 person tents. They all have different features. For us, specifically, one of the things I knew that we needed was a double wall. We both have asthma. We both have autoimmune issues. And whenever we have slept like in our camper, in our truck, in the back of our truck, when there is any kind of moisture, well, even when there's any moisture condensation, it does bother our chest and our lungs. We end up with a bit of infection. So the double wall to help keep that condensation off of us was important. I really wanted a standalone tent. I didn't want to be dealing with where you had to set up your fly, had to have really good ground to tie it out, or because I know even when we go up on Lake Superior, it's not always the best of conditions. Sometimes you're camping in sand, and so I just was more comfortable with like a fully self-functioning tent. And this tent too, the other things that I liked, I doesn't come with the footprint, but we did purchase the footprint, which will allow us to set up the tent without set up the fly and the base without having the inside tent up, and we can set this up after. So if it was storming, we could put up the fly, the footprint, climb inside, set up our tent without it actually getting wet. And same thing, tearing down. We can tear it all down under the safety of the fly. And then once our packs are all ready and we're ready to go, then we'll just take the fly and the base down last. But so there's lots of, I'll show you around a little bit. You can see there's lots of storage inside, all kinds of little pockets to dry everything on both sides. This one here has this is a huge pocket that would be good for drying your clothes. So a lot of times I just stick, if they're not soaking wet, I just stick my clothes in the foot of my sleeping bag, and they tend to dry overnight. So we haven't actually got to use our tent out as a tent. So our shakedown with our tent will be between Amicalola and Neil Gap. So moving on to our sleeping bags, we have the Nemo Forte. It's the 20 degrees, but it has the 20 degrees is, yeah, Faith has the same thing here too. Yeah, here, I'll show you. Yeah, the 20 degrees, it shows it right here too. So the 20 degrees is the comfort rating. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to put a picture up I actually took a picture of these numbers. Where am I here? So it says the 20 degrees is our comfort, and then the limit is 8 degrees Fahrenheit, and the extreme says minus 29 Fahrenheit, which is minus 34 Celsius. I don't think I would test. I think we'll be inside if that is the case. But we got inside this tent, this sleeping bag when we first got it, and I love it. We couldn't stay in it for very long in the house because it's too warm. It's too warm, and you can tuck it up over your head. You can fully place your head inside, and there's a little spot in here that you can shove a you shove a pillow in there, or you can shove, if you had clothing, your puffy jackets and things like that, you can shove that in and make a little pillow at the end. It has these zippers to open and release heat. If it's a little bit too hot, they call it like gills. So if it's a little bit too hot, you can undo this to release some heat. And if you're cold, you can zip them up to make it a little bit warmer. Faith has a pillow. She just got a blow up pillow. Trichology.
It's from. It's just from Amazon.
I think it's just on Amazon. I wasn't sure if I was gonna bring a pillow, but I did decide. I think I am. So I have one ordered. That's gonna be here. Okay, so we have our mattresses are the Nemo Tensor, the 3-season. I know a lot of people use, as you can see them here. What did we get? The long and wide. Yeah, we got the long and wide.
Well, because I did the measurement and I would have been a little too tall for the regular one, I think.
Yeah. And I'm a flipper in my sleep. If I had gotten the regular one, I probably would flip myself right off of the pad. So, and sleep is my number one thing. If I don't get a good night's sleep, or at least the best I can get on trail, then your day is going to be even worse the next day, and it's a snowball effect. So we put a lot of time and effort into trying to plan out what would be the best thing for us for sleep. Like I did say in one of the other videos too, we have allergies, so down wasn't an option for us. So we had to go with synthetic. But I think I'm happy with, I know it's a little bit heavier, a little bit bulkier, but I think we'll be warm and comfortable and safe in this. And I'm really, really happy with the tent. I'll kind of show you if I can see here, like how much room is actually between our sleeping pads. It'll be more too, like we're a little bit tight in here just because we set this up in our porch. So we don't have it staked out and the fly is just kind of hanging. But yeah, that's the other thing for the tent. We can actually set up the flies there. It's like makes it like a porch on either side using our trekking poles, and we're both bringing trekking poles, and that'll give like good airflow and but still have shade in the tent, like if it was hot. Yeah, so that's one thing I'm looking forward to trying that out too. And we haven't, like I said, we haven't actually set it up outside, so we haven't been able to try that. The other than that, the only other thing I was going to show, even though it's not really the sleep system, did I put it in here? Oh yeah, there it is. I am bringing a hammock because I can't sit like proper, like even just sitting like this for this video where I'm just kind of sitting inside the tent. I can already feel my low back is getting a little bit stiff and sore. And so I can't stay like this for very long. Makes it uncomfortable for me that I'll have to either lay out flat inside my tent or just be standing there, which I can't stand in one spot for very long either. So I'll be pacing around the campsite. So I do have my solution is a hammock, and I want to just show it to.
And even for me too, like sitting at the campsite, like we have a 0 day. I'd rather not sit on the rock.
Yeah,
and if I want to read, I'd rather climb in a hammock to read.
Yeah, and we might
like that's another controversial thing. I don't know. I may be bringing books.
She may bring a book.
No one judge me.
Yeah,
if I have books in my bag.
So she's gonna plan bring a little book, and then if
I might switch to audiobook real fast if I don't.
Yeah. Because she reads a lot, so she's gonna miss it.
I don't know how I'm not going, and I can't read on my phone. That's not an option. They'll give me a migraine.
Yeah. So she's gonna bring a little book, and if she has to ditch it in a hiker box where they'll read it at the at the hostels or wherever they are, then that's what she'll do. But it isn't gonna hurt to bring it and try. You won't know till you try it, right? But this is the Eno sub 6 hammock, and I actually have the straps. Like the straps come separately. I got the Helio, which are really lightweight. So this little compact thing has the hammock and the straps. I just shoved the straps inside, and so these are the Helio the Helio straps. So together, I think this is just barely over half of a pound. So to make it that we actually have comfort. Faith is getting one too. So we'll each have our own hammock and our own comfy space. Because I think we will be spending a lot of time outside in the shelters, and even if we stay at a hostel, we might be setting up in our tents. So But I will probably be doing a lot of our actual downtime at like a shelter area or campsite area on trail. So this will help to make us a little bit more comfortable in our rest days. I have one. You're bringing one too, the sleep mask is the other part of our sleep
I'm
system.
gonna try it. I don't know if I'll like it or not. I might
Yeah,
end up teaching it, but
yeah. I sleep in a sleep mask every night to begin with. So I already know I have to have it or I won't go to sleep. It'll bug me now. I've been doing it for years. So now I won't be able to sleep if I don't have a sleep mask on. And she's going to bring one too, just in case it is lots of people going around with their headlamps on, or if we're trying to go to sleep early and it's still light out.
The other one I might bring, it's a little heavier, but remember you got me that migraine one?
Oh, yeah.
That covers your
Yeah.
eyes? Like the cooling one?
Yeah.
It's a little heavier, but
yeah, it is a little bit heavier. Yeah, I would check the weight on it.
If I'm having a migraine.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah. So anyway, so we'll put in the links. I was checking today. I don't have the link anymore on Mountain Equipment Company for the tent. It's not available, and I think the straps weren't available on Mountain Equipment Company right now. So, but I'll find the links or the names. I did get a link for the tent through um, uh, Big Agnes because it's the copper spurs through Big Agnes. So I did get a link for that through them. And this, I couldn't actually find a link for these. So I'll just put the name of this in the description. And if you Google, it'll come up, or I'll try to find another link for it. But so we'll put everything in the description and you'll be able to watch our shakedown hike because it'll be day 1 through 4 or 5 or whatever it's going to take us to get to Neil Gap. That'll be our shakedown hike, and we'll let you know each day how things are going. The one thing too we liked about the tent when you're setting it up, it's really easy. They've got everything is color coded. So your fly, or if you get back to camp and it's late, trying to remember which poles, which end goes in where, you don't have to remember nothing. It's just you put the orange in the orange and you have the gray in the gray, and same thing with the fly, and it's easy peasy. So if you have any questions about the gear, or like, I think it does show some of the pricing in Canadian on some of the pictures that I'll put at the end, but go ahead and leave a comment or question. If you have any experience with these things and you know of some issues we might be coming into with any of the options that we chose, go ahead and let us know. We appreciate all the advice and help that previous hikers have for us. And so we'll see. We did start the video for our fundraiser, but it's a long video. So we're going to have to do a little bit of editing, and we want to put in some different pictures and other information with that. So that will be coming out probably within the next week. But this one is just fast and easy. So we're just throwing this one up now. But anyway, so that's our big 3. Thank you. We'll see you later. Bye. Okay. So we're back. We actually did our tent, we did our mat, we did our sleeping bag, and we forgot the other part of the big 3, which is our backpack. Okay, so this here, we both have the same backpack, just a different color. So this is Faith's. This is the Asia 58 liter. It's from Osprey. And the reason we landed on this, because it's the same thing as the tent. There's so many really good options out there. This one, Faith's gonna have to watch me with the phone. I'm always I'm gonna struggle doing this, but with the Osprey, it has the frame, which I have to have because if I use the frameless, it'll just press too much on my spine. Even the slightest bit of pressure coming down will add to a lot of issues, even within minutes, never mind months. But so this one has, and it also has, can you turn it a little bit sideways so they can see? Yeah, see the little airspace, and this frame, the arch, they call it, I think it's called the arch. And it has airspace in there, which will make it good for me if I'm using the TENS machines. It'll be good too, because even anytime I have anything on my back, I break out in like hives and rashes. My TENS machines actually makes a rash on there. It does have the 2 hip belt pockets. It has load lifters. It's 58 liter. It has large water bottle side pouches with the straps. Help me, Faith. And then this is the the large actual flexible or whatever they call it, mesh pocketing. Um, you can take off with the Asia 50, you can take off the brain, like all this top part, the brain. You could take that off if you were having a smaller hike, and then this would actually work. This little flap would work and close down just to save you a little bit of weight and make your pack a little bit smaller if you didn't need the full pack. There's lots of little hoops for hooking on, like your, I think that's when you do like the ice axe things or ice pick things that you use when you're on PCT. You have them. So we'll, same thing, we'll let you know. We will know pretty quickly, but the problem with us is we have hiked and with equipment that wasn't perfect for us, and we learned
Less than perfect.
It's a lot
less than not
a lot less than not perfect. We do kind of muddle through sometimes, but because this is going to be such a long hike, we'll try to be a little bit pickier for ourselves just to save ourselves a little bit of misery along the way. But I do think this is going to be a good pack. It's kind of in the middle. It's not the lightest pack out there, but it's not heavy. It's still technically a lightweight. I think it's a little bit over 2 pounds ish, I guess. So it's not that heavy. It's under 3 pounds for sure. I can't remember. I'll put it in the notes. I'll look it up and put in the notes exactly what it actually weighs. But with a full frame, 58 liters, it's where we're struggling a little bit is too, because we don't tend to bring we don't ever bring this bulky of a sleeping bag ever. And that's taking up a lot of, and then this is a 58. We've always gone with a little bit heavier, like a 60, between 60 and 70 liters. So it's we're just kind of working out the kinks on how to pack our pack, and but we will have it done by February. And we'll show everybody once we start hiking. We'll actually show everybody all the other little things that are in our packs. Once we're set up, we'll show what our night clothes are and our puffy jackets, and we'll show you what we're cooking with, and our stove, and our shoes, and all of that good stuff as we go, piece by piece. But so I'll clip this in here. We forgot the backpack in the big three. So once again, bye.